Hello students, today we shall learn about fuels. Fuels are required for many purposes: to cook for food, to run engines, machinery and factories, to produce electricity, to run vehicles. Fuels are very important. Actually, fuels are as important as our food. What is a fuel? A fuel is a combustible substance. Fuel should be combustible, which on burning liberates a good amount of heat energy. Now, heat energy is such a good form of the energy which can be utilized in a number of ways. From heat we can cook food, from heat we can run engines, from heat we can produce electricity. Thus, it is very important form of energy, and fuel is a substance that on combustion liberates good amount of heat energy. Now, solid forms of fuels. Wood is used to cook food, burning wood. Charcoal is obtained from wood. Half-burned wood, when extinguished, results into charcoal. Charcoal can be used as fuel. Coal, which is a mineral substance, can be used as fuel. Coke is obtained from coal. It is also good fuel. Now, to transport these solid fuels from one place to another place is very easy. So, the storage and transport of these solid fuels is very easy and comfortable. There is no risk. They can be transported from one place to another place easily and can also be stored easily compared to other types of fuels. Now, liquid fuels, gasoline, naphtha and petrol, kerosene, diesel are the fuels obtained from petroleum. Petroleum on refining or distillation, fractional distillation, liberates different type of substances at different temperatures. The substances which are very volatile get separated easily on little heating. They form petroleum gas. Then on further heating, gasoline, petrol and naphtha get liberated from petroleum. Still on higher temperature, when we heat petroleum, kerosene is given out. On still further heating, diesel gets separated from petroleum. And what remains is tar. So diesel, kerosene, petrol, naphtha, gasoline are all liquid fuels obtained from petroleum. But we can also get liquid fuels in the form of biodiesel and oils from vegetables, plants. Alcohol is also used as fuel in spirit lamps and mixing with petrol. Storage of these liquid fuels is a little difficult, and more care has to be taken to store these liquid fuels because they are more inflammable, catching fire, compared to solid fuels. Though their storage and transport is not very difficult, but care should be taken to store them in good tanks, and they can be easily transported also. So they are convenient substances for the requirement of fuels. Now gaseous fuels, biogas that we get from biogas plants, which domestically can be used for cooking and lighting houses. Coal gas we get from destructive distillation of coal, mineral coal. Coal gas is also gaseous fuel. CNG is compressed natural gas, which is obtained in some petroleum wells. The natural gas, which is combustible, is a gaseous fuel. Now, liquid petroleum gas is obtained when we make petroleum we perform refining of petroleum. During the refining of petroleum, petroleum gas is given out. It is a combustible gas. It is compressed in a liquid form, can be stored in strong bottles and transported from one place to another place. So the storage of CNG and LPG is a little difficult because they have to be compressed to a high pressure, and to withstand that high pressure, strong iron bottles are required. They cannot be stored in simple tanks like those we use for petrol or diesel. Drums. We cannot use drums or containers used for liquid fuels. The bottles in which we store petroleum gas, CNG, should be very strong. And also, the tanks in which we store liquefied petroleum gas or compressed natural gas should also be very, very strong. Now, this is a dangerous situation. There is a possibility of explosion if there is any leakage of the gas. So, extreme care has to be taken to store this gaseous fluid. Moreover, transport of this gaseous fluid in the form of liquefied condition is also not so easy, because only they are to be preserved under very high pressure. A little carelessness or accident can result in a dangerous explosion. Now, hydrogen gas is also good. Hydrogen gas is such a good fuel that it liberates the highest amount of heat among all fuels. When hydrogen is burned with oxygen, the amount of heat liberated is highest of all in the world. So hydrogen, as regards liberation of heat, is the best fuel, means highest content of heat can be obtained from burning hydrogen. Therefore, hydrogen, liquefied hydrogen is used as fuel in rockets. Now, fuel efficiency. Efficiency of fuel can be measured by how much amount of heat can be obtained from 1 kilogram of fuel. Heat is measured in two types of units. One unit of heat is calorie. The other unit of heat is joules. 1 when heated to reach to 1 degree more, that is 21 degrees centigrade, the amount of heat supplied to that 1 liter of water is 1000 calorie or 1 kilocalorie. Count Rumford Joules found the relation between the unit of energy, that is joules, and unit of heat, that is calorie. He found that to produce 1 calorie of heat, about 4.2 joule of work has to be done. So 4.2 joules of joule units of work of energy is equivalent to 1 calorie of heat. So calorific value is conveniently measured in kilojoules of units. Kilojoule per kilogram. 1000 joules means 1 kilojoule. Wood, cow dung, coal, charcoal have low calorific value, whereas CNG, LPG, coal gas have higher calorific value, and the highest calorific value is possessed by hydrogen, which is 1500 kilojoules per kilogram. So hydrogen is the best fuel from which we can get a lot of amount of heat. Now, burning of fuels. While we burn fuels, most of the fuels are carbonaceous in nature. Coke is carbon. Generally, most of carbon, coke contains most of carbon. While burning coke, and only little amount of ash remains. Whereas on burning CNG, coal gas, or LPG, no residue remains. Entire amount of CNG and LPG gets burned out. But on burning of fuels, there is a liberation of gases like oxides of nitrogen, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide. When there is incomplete combustion of fuels, the production of carbon monoxide also results as the burning product. Carbon dioxide is a poisonous gas. Sulfur dioxide and oxides of nitrogen are also acidic gas. When these gases are mixed in atmosphere, they pollute the atmosphere. They spoil the atmosphere. So it results in acid rains when they are dissolved. They get dissolved in water droplets of atmosphere. Acid rains is a hazard which is the result of pollution because of oxides of nitrogen and sulfur. Carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide also play a major role in global warming. These gases have high capacity to retain heat. If the amount of these gases increase in atmosphere, the atmosphere will retain higher amount of heat. Heat is obtained from sunlight. Heat is also liberated from earth itself because the inner portion of earth is very hot in the form of magma. Thus, the atmosphere turns into the structure in which high amount of heat is condensed and collected. So as the amount of heat becomes higher, this results in global warming from melt ice on polar regions. The summer seasons become very hot. So fuels are good for our daily requirements, but they are not so good as they are as regards pollution of the atmosphere, which is now reaching to threatening levels. So here students, try to learn all these things.